that's kind of what I really wanted to ask you about. So I haven't been meaning to call you, but I
All right,
got you here, nigga. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna do it now,
let's do it.
man. Hey,
What's up?
uh, so you know my boy running again.
Who?
The white guy with the orange hair.
Oh yeah, your boy. Yeah, your
What's your
boy.
feelings on that this time, man?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man, and I'm actually glad that you brought that up.
I'm just now. It's just transferring.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, man. Honestly, dog. So, and I'll just be real. Like my perspective has changed a lot. I tell people all the time, like I was, my first presidential term or presidential vote went to Barack Obama. I was 18. I was right on the cusp of like, him running for president. As a black guy who had a great chance of winning. And I ain't really know shit about politics. So yeah, I went and voted for him because he was black. You know what I'm saying? And I thought Barack Obama was dope. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. Like I thought Barack Obama was dope. He's a very likable person. He kind of reminded me of my Uncle Ken a lot. You know what I'm saying? Just that cool
That
personality.
chill,
Yeah, you
mellow,
just like you like,
well
how could you not
versed.
like this? How could you not like this dude? Right?
Yeah, I can
You know
see
what I'm
that.
saying? And I think that Barack Obama really personally, and I ain't just giving him the pass because he's a black man. I feel like Barack Obama personally, I mean, he's from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? He know what it's like for guys that come from where we come from. And I think that let's just say it like this. Even though I was young and I was privy to politics, like, we had the Bill Clinton scandal in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time we seen a president get impeached, right? We had George Bush and we had the 9/11 and we had the war in Iraq. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of crazy events that happened in our lifetime, right? I was born in 90, cuz 91, you 80, you 88. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like we saw a lot of crazy stuff and we were just heavily democratic. And I felt like that was just the way to be. A lot of it was kind of like sold to me by like our elders, but I don't blame them. I think it's just a lack of like knowledge, and it's not because they like they not. It's not that they stupid. It's just that I think that they truly believe in the messages that are being like presented to them. So I had to give that whole like introduction to the answer to my question, which you're saying, because of how things have changed for me. Now, I don't not like Trump. I don't necessarily like Trump. Um, I feel like he can be divisive. Like, I feel like if Trump like actually just took like a class on like just socializing, like what I'm saying, and just how to like be empathetic to people who not like him. And that has nothing to do with race, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
I understand.
it's a lot of people who don't understand a lot of shit. That don't mean they stupid. That don't mean they dummies. That don't mean that they ignorant. It just mean that, hey, man, that person might not have got to that book yet, right? You know what I'm
It's a different
saying?
type of etiquette it's a different type of decorum that you would want from
Right.
a president.
Right. It's just, and at the end of it, because like, look, like I say all the time, I don't hang around nice guys. Like you guys are like y'all are definitely all of my friends, y'all are gentlemen. We were all respectful, but y'all niggas not nice. Like you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't like y'all. At least I don't think y'all mean, but I'm just saying like I think people we all got stories where people had to
We have
find out.
healthy boundaries.
Right. People had to find out the hard way with it. We all got stories we could share with. Oh, this guy had to find out the hard way. It's like, hey, you thought shit was sweet. Hey, that's not gonna happen again. When it comes to Trump, that shit don't bother me, right? Trump running again, it doesn't bother me because I mean, on the Democratic side, they was really willing to allow a president who, with respect, like is showing signs of like dementia, right? He's incompetent for a position like being the president of the free world. And I spoke on this in the video before. He's clearly not a great option. Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying? To me personally, it has more so to do with like uh this is what bothers me, man. Like you got me going. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna pass the mic. This is what bothers me with like
Pass it to me next because I'm going
yeah
against
this
y'all niggas.
this
Y'all niggas
this
smoking. crack
No,
cocaine.
hear me out. This is what bothers me, right? Is like I don't look. I'm gonna be clear. Like, I'm independent. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, right? The shit that bothers me with Democrats is like they do shit based off of like emotion, and the shit that bothers me with Republicans is like this is my perspective, and I could be wrong. Is they can be inconsiderate at times. You know, because not everybody can just get up and go get a fucking job. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then change their life around. And I know that might sound like an excuse, but like everybody's situation ain't the same. You can't generalize, right?
That's like literally the platform. Like, we'll help you, but nigga, not forever.
Right.
Democrats
Okay.
like, look, check this out. We'll help you as long as he ain't in the house. We'll help you.
And so that's my point. That's my point. So I'm gonna answer this and I'm gonna pass the mic to Ken because Ken wanted it next. I felt like the older I got and the more knowledgeable I got, I felt like, you know, Democrats, the Democratic Party kind of like they took advantage of like the lower class people because they come around and they talk a good talk and all that kind of shit. But we from a place where ain't shit changed in decades. You know what I'm saying? And literally they have our full support. It's like, and I ain't saying that they could change everything in a day and all of that kind of shit, but it's like, let's go over the presidents in our lifetime. I don't know who the president was from 90 to 94. Cause you know who that was?
Nigga, ain't that old.
Okay, I can't think of it off the top of my head. I know Clinton was like 94 to 98 or whatever.
I think it was Reagan, Bush, then Clinton.
Okay, so cool.
I think Clinton came in 92.
Oh, Bush.
Bush came in 92?
No, I was saying it'll probably be.
I know Bush was like 2000.
George
Like
Senior.
We're talking about the first
not
Bush.
Junior. It'll be senior.
Okay, so it was like, so we went like in our lifetime, we went like what?
Pass the mic, nigga. You said you was gonna pass the mic. Nigga, pass the mic. You over here getting to a whole new point. You making me forget what I'm about to say, nigga. Damn.
Hey, look. All right.
So y'all niggas. All right, no, I don't care what you guys say, bro. Y'all niggas hating on Obama. Obama is a dope ass nigga.
I didn't hate on Obama.
No, I'm saying D-Lou, you covertly.
I said Obama was hard.
Nah, shut up, bro. Mute up now.
Yeah, I said I was rocking.
You was hard. Nah, bro. You wasn't rocking with Obama, nigga. You was not saying that.
Did I say I wasn't rocking with Obama?
You didn't say you was rocking with him.
I did. I said I felt like he was dope. I just felt, but I didn't really get to going on Obama. I said I felt like everything Obama I felt like everything Obama was trying to do for us, he couldn't pass because the house was
nigga, ain't no president gonna do nothing for you locally. Like, niggas gotta understand
that,
bro. You gotta vote for your shit locally, bro. Like, this presidential election is like literally a distraction for you to think that this is the only important election. It's not. It's other local elections that you need to be tapped in.
Yeah,
like monthly, but I mean not monthly, but just you need to be tapped into these people monthly and hold them accountable because these are people that are right up. These are people that are right up the street from us. But
I'm telling you now, Ricardo Laura, you'll count your fucking days.
Exactly. But ultimately, what I'm gonna say about Obama's dope. One of the best public speakers in the history of public speaking. If you ever took a speech class, you know this nigga is one of the best public speakers. He's number two. Number one, my uncle Arthur Cribbs. If you really know about him, Compton legend, West Coast legend, is a real civil rights activist. My uncle is probably the best public speaker, and Obama wanted him to be his pastor. He just didn't move because he didn't want to move his family no more.
That's crazy. I ain't even know that.
But to tie it back to the politics, it's like it's only so much that that Obama can do. And like, I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican. Like, I'm not gonna back none of that shit because if you go back and you really do the history, like, conservatives were Democrats. So like, you know what I mean, the shit literally flipped and now conservatives are Republicans. So ultimately, I don't think that's really the main like kind of concern. I think the main thing is like focusing on your local elections. And ultimately when it comes to these black, whoever's running black, nigga, I would have voted for Al fucking Roker ass, nigga. I would have voted for Zaya D. Wade fucking son, daughter. If they were running for president, I wouldn't. I mean, hopefully.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Just based off because they black?
No. Let me ask you a question real quick. Let me ask y'all a question,
nigga. I'm gonna tell. Wait. I didn't even get to explain myself, D-Lou.
Oh,
you up, bro. You already dissed Obama, bro. Don't come in here.
I ain't diss Obama. Did I diss Obama?
Yeah, you kind of did. But don't
No,
come
then
in
I
here.
said
Don't.
I said Barack Obama was dope.
Are you gonna rewatch this? It's all good. You didn't say that dope though. You was like he dope. You kind of said it a little low, but ultimately when it comes down to it, like politics isn't dope. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be somebody left out. It's always gonna be somebody overlooked. But when it comes down to it, like it's like, bro, like yes, if I see somebody black, educated, one of the best public speakers I ever seen, and I know I was just saying Al Roker. I'm not just voting for anybody black.
No,
I was a little bit, but it's just like, you know, Obama was the best candidate we could have got from a black person. And aside from that, it's just like ultimately politics is whack, and it's like you really could like find so many things that you can see Obama did was wrong if you're black. But ultimately, I think there's a lot of social media that's kind of manipulating a lot of people to think like, hey, this person is the presidential candidate right now. Calm down, bro. I know you want to be funny, bro. Calm down. I'm trying to get my point off. You keep making me forget what I'm trying to say. And I just remembered just now. But ultimately, Obama was put in a situation that no black person was ever put in. No black person has ever had that kind of power. No black person has ever had it to a point to where they had to go at another leader of a different country. And the leaders of the other countries that he killed was over some bullshit. Do you really think Obama had that much control to go against these motherfuckers like he did? Do you think Obama had control to make these policies like he did? It's like Democrat didn't even have a house. Trump was able to green light everything. Republicans had a house and they had the presidential office. It's like what Trump had versus what Obama had was night and day. And what Biden got ain't really the same what Trump got. Like nobody has had what Trump had. Trump had the greenest light of all lights. If you really pay attention to it, and it's like ultimately, I really don't give a fuck. All I really give a fuck is that this motherfucker represents black people on a large platform in a dope ass way, and he make people believe like these black kids believe like you can do it too. So it's like when it comes to the specific policies and all that shit, if you're a president, you're going to do some whack ass motherfucking shit. Being a president isn't a job that I would ever want to be, and it's like, you know, it has to be somebody to be it.
You can't please everybody.
You can't please everybody. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, it's like Obama had to make white decisions. We ain't never seen a nigga do that before.
Yeah. You giving it to me?
Yes, sir. The only person that should be talking about this topic because you serve, you know, my brother.
Let me start by saying this. It's retards on both sides of the street. Sorry.
That's a fact.
Let me start by saying that. You got some stupid motherfuckers that represent the Republican Party. You have some fucking idiots that represent the Democratic Party. But what I will agree to, and what a lot of black people won't agree to, is a lot of us vote literally based off. I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of it too. Shit. Oh, DeMar from Compton, nigga, I'm voting for the Hall of Fame. He averaged 3 points a game for the past 10 years. Vote him in the Hall of Fame because he's from the city, right? A lot of us are guilty of what they call it, like identity politics. Mm-hmm. I'm not voting for Kamala. I didn't like the bitch as the attorney general. I didn't vote for her when she ran for the Senate. I ain't never liked Kamala Harris. I ain't never liked what she stood for. I ain't never liked her as an individual, and I don't like her now that she black. I want her to be Indian again. I didn't like her.
Hey, she black, dog. Hey, don't do that, bro. Don't let
she
these
black
white
and Asian, nigga.
Nah, bro. Fuck all that.
Came out and said that she was black, and I was looking for that shit. I'm like, come on, sister.
Bro. Cuzzo.
Her what?
Cuzzo.
Her what?
Her last name is Harris, nigga. What do you mean, nigga? What
nigga, my last name is Miller, so I should be white.
Yeah, and everybody from Compton that you know, she's from Oakland.
So I should be white.
Nigga,
she
Oakland,
from Oakland, or she just lived in Oakland?
Nigga, she's from Oakland. Nigga, she's a military baby, so it don't matter. She don't got no real lineage. Oakland is Compton North. Anybody last name?
Nigga at the airport that. I said I was like, what's up, big dog? That nigga was like, man, it's hot down there. I said, nigga, where you from? He's like, I'm from Oakland. I said, nigga, that's our sister city, nigga. I'm from Compton.
Oh God, nigga.
Shit. But what I'm saying is, and this isn't like a let's just, get at Kamala Day, because I'm on my way to Trump ass too. But what I'm saying is, I'm the first. Let's just be black. Just say everything. You said Southeast Asian Indian and you left it at that. Man, you forgot a whole other, I think, 5-letter word, BLACK. It ain't hard to pronounce.
I,
Black.
I I don't even think that she's negating that she's black. I mean, because more so than her saying like, oh, I'm this, don't just call me black. I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. I'm seeing more public news articles are talking about her not being black. And when you look at these
Because she
platforms,
ain't never admitted to being black.
it don't matter that she don't admit to being black. Black ain't just one thing. Black ain't just fucking. Oh, my grandparents were slaves. It's like black is like it's nuanced. Like my son is black and Sri Lankan. Sri Lankan
Yeah,
is a
but
but
okay,
it's
now
but
imagine
it's
if
like
nephew said this.
he more lined up with her, and it's like ultimately I'm just saying it's just we can't be looking at these platforms that ain't backed by black people that's trashing
I
black
don't.
people, and to say that like they not black where like black is nuanced. I got black and Asian cousins. Like I got black and Japanese
No,
cousins.
I get that.
I
But
got
then to stand on a platform, what if nephew only got up there and said, well, I guess he could say it, but what if he only got there and said, I'm the first Sri Lankan president of the United States?
He'll have three niggas that whoop his ass, take their belts off and whoop his ass. That be on. I'm
So
a lot at times.
it's like nephew, I understand that, represent your culture. I get that.
And I'm
But
cool. And I'm cool with him representing his other side. But I'm just saying, like, bro, don't be divisive. You know what it
because
is.
I'm even like this.
But I
We
know what
sit
you're
here-
saying.
Can I say something, Kanye Jack?
Hold on. We sat here
Nah,
and had a
D-Lo, you
whole
can't. You can't.
conversation. We
Damn,
sat
nigga ain't
here.
gonna let me talk
Hold
on the
on. We
show.
sat
God
here and
dang
had a
it.
whole
No, do your thing,
conversation
do your thing.
Now
about
Rob
Compton.
talking.
We had a whole conversation
No,
about Compton, and it was burning me on the inside because I'm like, how the fuck we gonna leave out Inglewood? Like, come on
Oh
from the
no,
wood.
no, you already know, bro. I'm born in Compton, raised in Inglewood. We gonna show Inglewood love, but it's
So I
Compton
know,
time right now. It's Compton time right now. I ain't gonna
man.
front to
Look,
you.
it's the
Ain't nothing
West
against
Coast
Inglewood.
time, but
No, that's a
let me
fact.
let me stay true to my word and say what I said. The fact of the matter is that's just like oh yeah, I'm from the Compton. No, nigga, I'm gonna get specific. I'm from the west side of Compton, nigga, from Wilmington all the way back to the 110. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
side that I'm from. So I represent Compton in the whole. But if somebody asks me, well, what part of Compton you from? Oh, I'm from the west side of Compton specifically. I
Exactly.
get it. I'm Jamaican, Irish, East Indian, Southeast Asian. Bitch, you can name everything else except your nigga side. So I'm like, okay, and now I'll get the Trump. Both of y'all know me. I ain't pulling no motherfucking punches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say, unless they're an old person or somebody that I have to love. Man, they finna get this work.
All the time, every time.
Yeah, what that running back nigga say? Crazy work, nigga. I'm finna give him crazy work, and I fuck with the nigga
Yeah,
based off some of the shit that he did,
yeah.
but at the same time, some of the shit that nigga saying, I'm like, damn, homie, you need to clean it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, and I get it, the whole little black jobs. I get
Mhm.
it. I know what a black job is. I know
That
exactly
nigga
what a black job
tripping.
is.
Talking about that
Nigga,
panel with them women.
huh?
Talking about that panel with them women this past week.
No, he said black jobs. That was the second time he said black jobs.
Yeah.
But he
I was
kind of
like, what's
cleaned
a
it up.
black job? They put
He
him on the
kind
spot.
of every motherfucking job. Nigga, every motherfucking job. Look, the chances of, because all three of us just happen to be in very advantageous situations, thank God. Right?
Yeah.
So when you generally look at something and you look at the C-suites of corporate America, man, the motherfuckers whiter than the trim in my house.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at the stockers, the janitors, and all that other shit, them low-level, entry-level jobs, nigga, them used to be black jobs. But now, Hector, Juan, Pablo, Martha, Maria, and Juana, they coming over here and they taking all them motherfucking jobs. And I get it. The ones that's supposed to be here, be here. But the ones that's raising my property tax, the ones that's over here tearing up shit, the ones that make me have to elevate my level of security, the ones that get choked out at Six Flags because they filming our niece, that kind of shit. Take your horny, non-English speaking ass back to where the fuck you came from.
Oh my God.
Not like that.
Nigga, how you gonna not lie like that, bro?
Nope, not like that. But at the same time, it's coming from a passionate place. Ken, so you don't know this. And I will speak offline.
Nigga, let's just speak offline, bro. You
No,
going
we'll
crazy.
speak offline at that. But we went to an amusement park out here.
No, I know the story. I know the story. Like,
All
the public don't need to know that story. That's you know.
That shit was crazy. And I'm like, the only thing I could think to myself was,
Hey, it ain't no tolerance for it. And it's like, think about it, it's just that I won't delegate that to the race, but this specific person, you know what I mean, it's gonna be delegated.
I'm not saying that's the race, because I'm not only talking about them. I guess I could talk about Habib too, nigga. I'm talking about everybody.
Oh,
I'm talking about everybody. Man, they got some Mabutus and Jamalas coming over here too. I'm talking about everybody. Everybody comes over here and reaps the benefits of what we have. And you know who got to pay for it?
we do.
Us.
Yeah.
Why is Compton taxes 13.25%?
That's crazy.
Why is my property tax $9,500 for the year?
That's crazy.
Why do certain people get things that I should get? Well, I go to school for free, but why do certain people get certain things that other people don't get?
Maybe it go back. Maybe it go back
nigga
to
over
like,
here flexing his benefits, man. What's up with you, bro? Don't be flexing.
Nah, maybe it go back to maybe it kind of go back to Ken point though. Like, and that's what I was gonna say. It was like you was talking about more at the local level versus like the higher level. It's like I feel like that shit at the top just be an influence on like the lower levels and like who you voting for locally, because you know what I'm saying. I don't really want to go into detail on how I feel personally about like our DA. You know what I'm saying, LA County DA and all this kind of shit. But you're right. Like, you know, I think that people be turned. You gotta look at it like this, Ken. It's the lack of education, bro. It's like people be kind of turned off by voting because of what you think you're going to vote for. It's
Have
not
you read the
it's
ballot
not.
measures yet?
No, I haven't.
So I checked them out.
Yeah,
it's a few that's. Come here, baby. It's one that they took off, which was actually going to mandate. Which was actually going to mandate. It was going to mandate. What's that thing I said the kids got to get before they inherit the money?
you said they got to get a
financial literacy.
Yeah.
So it was actually going to mandate financial literacy as a graduation requirement in California high schools.
Yeah.
They took that off the ballot.
Yeah.
But then they have other things on the ballot, such as marriage.
Yeah.
It's like, why do we care about that? I mean, I personally don't care about that.
Yeah.
But why do we care about that? Then it's like you said, it's a lack of education. People get up there and they literally ABCD, ABCD, ABCD.
It ain't even that. It's just like when you think about it, you know, like you gotta really pay attention. It's like all you see campaigning, it really all you see is campaigning is every 4 years you see presidential nominees campaigning. It's not enough emphasis on like all the local shit that's happening. And I think that's by design. And it's just kind of like it put a sour taste in people's mouth. I mean, Ken used to tell me all the time, like, hey man, you need to go fucking vote. And I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know if I want to vote this year. You like, nigga, you need to vote. Like, nigga, your ancestors fought for this shit. You know, whoop, whoop, whoop. You need to get out there and vote. And so it's like, all right, cool. You know, you go to vote. And you're like, all right, cool. I'm going to pick President A or President Electorate B. And it's like, all right, cool. You know, you get there and you see 17, you know, you see 27 other like categories. And you're like, who the fuck is Michelle Thompson? Like, who is Thomas Vickers? Like, who is these people? And what is this shit?
I mean,
and it's just kind of like
voting, not like going to in and out, nigga. Like, you're not gonna just be like, oh, I want a double-double and you get a double-double. Like, you typically not gonna really see everything that you want to see in your neighborhood from your vote. And I know a lot of people get deterred from that though.
But it comes down to the money too.
Is like, where did you
I got $50 billion, I can drown out your commercials.
Yeah.
But what about I mean, my main thing, and you somebody that vote because you pay attention to it on a local level, and I'm not talking, this ain't directed to you. this is just going back to me just putting the influence on D-Lou to just vote. And it's just like, it literally is just ancestors. It's literally just black people literally got killed for the shit, hung for the shit,
Hey,
murdered for the shit.
I
And
wanted to say something.
I'm not saying that we needed to go run for it, but I'm just saying like, nigga, we got the opportunity to do something that motherfuckers will literally harm people for. It's like
I wanted to speak on this earlier when we was talking about like the difference between the Dems and the Democrats and the Republicans.
man,
We really don't really pay attention to when the switch actually happened. I think it's like the compromise of 18 something when the Democrats, when the Republicans actually won the election, but they compromised. But I think his name is Rutherford B. Hayes. Like, hey, if you take the troops out of the South, we'll concede the presidency to you. And the Republicans gave up the damn presidency and gave it over to the Democrats.
mm-hmm.
Or back when Lyndon B. Johnson was stated for saying, well, he signed the Civil Rights Bill, which all the black people like. Sorry, I know I was going to get my down south mode and say that.
Talk that shit, because this is history that people out in the public don't know, and we don't need to beat them upside the head with politics all day. But this is something that people don't know. But talk that shit, cousin.
Man, it's a hot topic.
No, it's just I was just speaking on the part when a lot of black people actually start to look and realize, like, that's when people really start leaving the Republican Party and coming back over. They signed the 1965 Civil Rights Bill. Lyndon B. Johnson finna have these niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Mm-hmm. Only problem is he didn't think that cell phones was gonna be invented. And now when people can sit here and actually read both platforms, a lot of people don't really realize how conservative they truly are. Mm-hmm. I got a shirt I'm gonna wear to the next family function. Boy, y'all gonna shit a chicken when y'all see it. Y'all gonna be mad.
What's funny? It was brought up on a different podcast. I want to say it was Joe Budden podcast. He was just talking about Democratic people that buy Teslas. And it ties back to your spot. People don't really know how conservative. People don't really know how conservative they are, bro. Elon Musk is a fucking conservative. Is the biggest conservative. Is a conservative financer. He's one of the top financiers for Donald Trump campaign. And all y'all think just because y'all driving an electric car that y'all saving the environment, and it's like, it's mainly just us in Cali. Like, you don't see these electric cars nowhere else.
It's just us in Cali.
And like, you don't really see no electric cars nowhere like that. And it's like, oh, I'm doing this screen that. And it ain't nothing, like, I ain't tripping on none of that shit. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, ultimately, like, the green energy shit, you know what I mean? Like, whether you believe it or not, like, yeah, you can be, helping the environment. But you got to really ask yourself, how much are we really harming the environment when it comes to cars and the emission? Is it really comparable to what volcanoes are harming the environment? Is it really comparable to like these big old forest fires or anything that happened? Is it really comparable to a lot of different things? Is it comparable to the gases that glaciers give off from global warming? Are we the real components of global warming? Because it's been a history of drastic weather changes since freaking Pangea. So it's like ultimately when it comes down to it, everything's a campaign, everything's marketing, and everything is just pretty much like a slogan. So it was just funny when they brought that up, because it's like, I don't fucking know everything. But it's just when Rob was just bringing up that topic, just talking about like people don't, a lot of these people, they're consider themselves Democrats, but they don't really understand how conservative they are. That just kind of just ringed a little bell. And my bad, D-Lou. Like, this your podcast. I was talking shit to you earlier. I know I told you not to talk, bro. Come talk to me, man. My bad, bro.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick.
Yeah, you did that, big dog.
Yeah, my bad, cuzzo.
No. I'm saying you just cooked like a motherfucker, dog. You said some.
Hey,
Donovan, we sorry. Hey, we could be a lot at times. You know
man,
that.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this real quick.
For real.
Literally, once again, and I said this in the beginning, what most people don't realize is, like I said earlier, I don't kick it with nice niggas. Like y'all niggas is nice, but like I don't kick it with niggas that are like, hey
we corporate nice.
I am the one in the group that's kind of like, hey man, like it's all good. Niggas like, no, shut that shit up. Fuck that. Everybody. That's the irony of like me and Ken relationship is like everybody Ken says it on here all the time, like all my big cousins and shit. woody woody woo. But Ken has always been this way. Like, man, shut the fuck up. No, I don't want to hear that shit. No more talking. Ooh, and it's just like, all right, like you know what I'm saying. It ain't even like the
That man
point that
will
I make.
bring up one thing and make it seem like I'm just this person,
Nah,
man.
The
That's
bad guy.
nah.
crazy,
Yeah.
man.
The point that I'm trying to make
Dang,
is the
man.
point that I'm trying to make is point that I'm trying to make is you know I know it's all love, nigga. Ain't no love lost. Like I don't give a fuck. And
Yeah.
and that's the one thing about me personally. Like this ain't a glow to none of that. It's just like I don't be giving a fuck about a lot of stuff. So like you know what I'm saying. It goes back to the point I was making, and when I think the last clip where I was just kind of like, man, like I don't know. It's just a lot of shit don't really. It's like, hey man, you wanted to get your point off, like get your point off. You know what I'm saying? If you felt like I was interfering with you getting your point off, like shit, my bad. Like get that shit off. I ain't tripping.
Nah.
Shit, you know that.
No, you know I'm just talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nigga, you
we
can.
just talking
Hey,
shit.
say that shit.
But for
Say
the,
that shit again. Hey, that's why, like I said, that's why I got y'all on here, man. Like I want
but for
everybody to see, like shit.
nah, for the people that tune into dlout's platform, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
We talk shit all day. Like
Hey,
it's
you
That's
like
see?
all it is.
Hey,
That's
look.
all.
Hey, look.
honestly, like we ain't
Hey,
even get like we barely tipped the iceberg for Rob to even
yeah.
talk that much mess.
Hey,
Like
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
we
I'm
barely
just saying
tipped the iceberg, bro.
one thing that the people that's tuning in gonna get to see is like, oh
Mm.
shit, like he really do got a diverse group of family and friends. Like, you know, niggas do come with, you know what I'm saying? They ain't never really heard it like this, but at the same time, me and Rob have conversations like this off cam all the time. Me and Take Flight, we have conversations about this type of stuff all the time. I'm always open to everybody' perspective and their opinions. Like, you know, when it comes down to voting, and this is for the viewer, like when it comes down to voting, you absolutely have to do what you think is best for yourself. You can't allow people to persuade you into like what you think is better for yourself. And I think that like where we come from, whether it be voting Democrat or Republican, whatever the case might be, is we have a lot of that, and it's a lot of that it's like blind. It's almost the saddest part about it, and like you don't do this, Ken. Which, and if it was more people that was like you, and more people like Rob, I think that we would have a whole different like. I think things would be a lot different. Like you know, we don't have a lot of hey man, you need to go vote for this person. Da, 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 da. It's just like a lot of strong
We
feelings.
don't have the conversation. Everybody is so
Yeah,
busy trying to prove the point on why my hood is better, why my hood is
yeah,
better. You know, just for like,
yeah,
or why my side is better. And nobody ever sits down and think about having a conversation. Well, why do you think that way?
yeah.
Mhm.
And that's and
What
that's and, that, and that's
me is
yeah,
purely economic.
Yeah.
yeah,
It is nigga Trumponomics was the best thing that happened to me. These last 5 years, oh my
Nah.
God.
yeah,
Nigga, these last 5 years,
yeah.
oh sweet God. Since he introduced them IRS tax breaks,
uh.
nigga, I don't buy a roll of toilet paper I can't write off. Nigga, like
Mhm.
shit. So
Yeah,
it,
Yeah.
it but a lot of us don't sit down and think about okay, why? And
yeah,
then we also don't, it's like everybody's so quick, and that's what I love and respect about you niggas. Been like that since we was little.
yeah,
We might fuss, we might have a little tough, a little tiff every now and again, but we can sit down and have a conversation as to why we thought or felt or believe what it is that we believe.
yeah.
To be able to come
You know,
to a common ground or a common misunderstanding. Hey nigga, I don't agree, but fuck it. What we eating later? Nigga, that kind of shit. So
you want to know what's crazy? To take, I
Yeah.
mean, just to hop out of politics is to hop back in.
yeah.
This is why I never really like. I'm not gonna say like no, it wasn't no like-minded young dudes I hung around in LA that were like us, but it was like it would be a clear determining like response to different kind of things. Like we would literally hit and turn around and walk up the street, go get a cheeseburger. We'll literally go fight each other.
Yep.
We'll have problems. Tempers will flare. Somebody punch somebody. Somebody this. So we break it up. Man, let's go to the store real quick. Man, y'all tripping. And it's like just kind of seeing that how like yeah, we're talking about different opinions. Like we would literally have different opinions to the point that we'll really fight each other. But
That's the shit.
That's called brother. That's called
we'll know that
brotherhood
we
though.
need
And
each
plus
other
our
at the end
parents
of the
wasn't
day.
going for that shit.
That's the shit that
Hmm.
literally. That's the shit that literally like my personality is that like especially outside of us in my mind like I just be kind of like when people talking shit or like got attitudes, like, you know, because I work at a job that's it's like man dominant, you know, whatever. It's just like when people talking shit, and my mind literally goes to like, all right, what you gonna do? And like that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really be like, let me go back and forth with this person. Like in my mind, I just be like, all right, like this motherfucker ain't touched me, and he not gonna touch me. So let me get in my truck and get out of here because I don't give a fuck about what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? That's just it. Like
Diplomacy is the
I've been
best
able,
policy.
I've been able to like, I don't know. At the end of the day, I think that like, you know, it kind of all ties back into like, you know, us, and we talking about our childhoods and stuff, and just being fortunate to like be around the group of guys that I'm around. It's like, man, you learn so much. I was sitting here really, believe it or not, and you know, the Ken point, like, you know, I know what he was talking about. It's like, you know, shit, get your shit off. Cause I was sitting here listening to you and Rob, really like taking it all in. There's certain things that I know about politics, and then there's certain things that I don't know about politics.
Same.
There's certain, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like if somebody is talking about something that I'm not really privy to, like shit, I'm gonna listen. Like I love learning. So it's like at the end of the day, shit, bro, like it'll be it's gonna be topics where like, man, I don't really got too much to say, but I'm definitely here for it.
No, that's
You
a
know what
fact.
I'm saying? Man, like when it comes to politics, all I know is, like I said, all I know is where we come from, and I mean, just being in California, they call California Big Blue. You know, we're Democratic heavy, and I just feel like, man, you know, and I'm not a fan of like the Republican Party either. The point that I was making was just at the end of the day, like, shit, you can't be mad at some people for being like, man, let me go see what these Republican niggas talking about.
No, never.
When like ain't shit. You know, I mean, the Democrats ain't really, you know, they just getting a vote off of coming and eating macaroni and cheese and fried chicken with niggas every 3 years. You know, niggas is just like, I'm voting for them.
Like that. I
They
don't
came
like
to
that.
cook. They came to cook. They came and kicked it with us. Like we go
Gonna pull up
look.
at
Look, this is what I
Doolins,
was
gonna
gonna
pull
say.
up to Roscoe's, gonna pull up.
Come on,
Like,
this
bro,
is what
like,
I
I
was
don't
gonna
even
say,
eat
bro.
at the soul food spots. Like y'all going to spots I don't even eat at. We eat at our house. Like
This
we
is what I was gonna say, bro. This is what I was gonna say, bro. Earlier in the conversation was, and this was something that was interesting to me, and maybe we could save it for the next topic.
No, go
For
ahead.
the we could just say for the next show.
Go ahead.
But what I was gonna say was, I remember in 2020, I think it was 2020, where Ice Cube was like, you know what? Ice Cube came out of his hole, was like, you know what? I'm a speak for the black people. I'm gonna be the black vote. I represent the black vote since we ain't got no leaders. I represent the black vote. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna contact both presidential nominees, and I'm gonna sit down with them, and I want to see what they got. I want to see what they got to offer for the black community.
For the
Right?
platinum plan.
He said this. He said he reached out to the Biden administration. They told him we'll talk to you after we win the election. He said he reached out to the Trump administration. They sat down and have a conversation with him. All he did was came back and relayed the information. And black people was canceling Ice Cube. Like this nigga said, Donald Trump, we should all go vote for him. When all he said was, one of the guys was like, hey, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. And the other nigga was like, all right, what y'all want? And so to me, that should wake people up. That's all I'm saying. It's
No,
like,
you're right. You're right.
that's it. It's just like anytime
Somebody said that on Instagram today.
anytime somebody feel like they should just get the black vote, nigga, without no
Well,
explanation.
they should just get the black vote because a bunch of them dumb niggas, that's all they do is just vote that way.
It's like,
They
how you
don't
just,
read, they don't think, they can't think for
Hey,
themselves.
but that's what I'm
D-Luke.
saying. It's insulting.
But D-Luke, you gotta stop looking at black people as like me and Rob. Like
Yeah.
I don't look at like when I look at generally, I mean, I'm not trying to do this to bash against black people. I'm just talking about people in general.
Yeah.
I think it's far more morons than it is people that have good education. I think it's far more idiots in the
Absolutely.
world than it is people that are like constructive and trying to actually change the world for a better. I think it's far more people that rather just sit on their ass and get out there and go work and make some good decent.
I agree.
It's a shit ton of. Go ahead, D. My bad.
Not to cut you off because you was
No, go
actually
ahead.
talking.
No, go ahead.
But to that point, what I'm saying to you is, if I ain't gonna even say as a community, but like, you know, if every time somebody who conscious and aware enough to hear what's going on and saying it and coming back and they just relaying a message like, yo, I know they said this is A, B, and C, but it's really DEF, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is what's really
Yeah.
going on. And if every time somebody come back and do that, they getting bashed, they getting ganged up on, they getting, you know what I'm saying, ridiculed and all of that kind of stuff, then I don't know. I don't know what to say, how to close that statement, but all I'm saying is at the end of the day, it started off with Rob's question about how do I feel about Trump running again and yada yada yada. It's like, bro,
I ain't tripping. Like even
yeah.
whatever I said, you know, y'all was just speaking
I'm
up
just
for
saying, I'm just saying, I'm
Obama
just
as
saying,
being a speaker, but I don't really
I'm just
care
saying, I'm
about
saying,
anybody.
I'm saying, even if, let's say, for instance, even if I was just voting Democratic out the gate, right? It's just like the nigga that they endorsing don't even know where he at. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like that's our option. It's like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
We
That's
got
crazy.
two fucked up options.
And you
Yeah,
ain't
it's like that's crazy.
lying because he got a history that got a lot of people in jail that
Come
look
on, bro. It's
like
like
me, you, and
it's
Rob.
insulting
Or
almost
I
to
ain't
be
gonna say
like,
that. I ain't gonna say he ultimately got us in jail, but he backed a bill that was a war on drugs, where it was like, bro, what the fuck? You making it a war on black people, bro? Like, fuck the
man,
war on
calling the
drugs.
super predators and
Like
all kinds of
you
stuff.
can say all this kind of shit, but that was a real war on drugs. I got more, you know, black people in jail than there was black people on plantations back in the day.
Getting
But
niggas 40-year sentences for the same shit
Sorry,
that niggas is
fellas.
getting.
but
Getting people 40-year sentences, the same shit that's getting niggas a day in jail now.
Who you
no,
talking about? Kamala Harris?
no,
Nah.
not Kamal. We talking about Biden, nigga. But
Oh,
Kamala,
how he wrote the three strikes bill and had Bill Clinton sign it, and then bamboozled us into voting for it.
war on drugs. It even, you know what I mean? Like it's just a whole bunch of things. But it got a lot of people that are locked up doing free service, free labor, ultimately
That's
new
on the ballot,
slaves.
cuzzo.
And it's like, no, this is right. I mean, these are all things that we have to vote for. But to tie it back to what D. Lou was saying, like, and to come originally back to what you're saying is, you know, I don't really have like a super objective opinion against people who are voting for Trump, Biden, Kamala, independent, or anything like that. My whole thing is just like, bro, go vote. And if you don't vote, shut the fuck up and don't
Don't
talk about that shit.
complain. Praise
Like for real,
God.
don't, like shut your dumb ass
That's
up. And
my
I talk,
dog. That's
I'll
my
be,
dog.
and I would be in the group chats talking about that shit. I'm like, bro, you talking about all this shit and you're not gonna vote. I'm like, bro, shut your ass up, bro. And you my boy, and a couple of my homies felt the kind of way. I'm like, hey, bro, it was like we got ancestors that died to get an opportunity to do this shit, and you over here talking about you don't want to do this because this election is so fucked up. I'm just not gonna vote. I'm like, cool. Shut the fuck up about it then. Don't talk to me about it, bro. Like, don't talk about it to niggas that's gonna vote. Like, shut your ass up and go in the corner, and you know that's it. And sorry to the am I bad to D-Lou's audience for being this vulgar and everything? But like, ultimately, it's just like,
Hey man, what's the name of the show?
I'm a lot at times.
I
I'm a
don't
lot
even
of
think you a
time.
lot right now, cuz I think you just
Nah,
doing your shit. Come
Yeah.
on, cuz
but
it's like
Hey, it ain't even that. What I'm saying to you is this. Everybody, listen, this is a disclaimer. Everybody that come on this show, I know them personally. 9 times out of 10. And when they come on here, I don't get it. Hey, y'all my witnesses. I don't give y'all no whole like, hey man, don't say this, don't say that. Hey man, talk your shit. This ain't nothing but a podcast like everybody else's. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody saying that. Hey, look, if you got you got a right to an opinion, and you got a right to opinion,
well, let
just
me
like
flex my
everybody
opinion.
else
Give me
do.
1 second.
Just like everybody else do.
but
And
nah,
honestly, I like it because man, I like debatable topics. Like this is stuff that a lot of people want to get off their chest. It's gonna be
I ain't gonna
somebody
lie
watch
to you,
this.
cuz I hate
I'm gonna
talking
wear
about
this
politics.
motherfucker to the next little family
Oh
function.
my god.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not tripping on it.
What the thug stand for? What that thug acronym stand for? Because I see it got the dots in
With the
between.
with the
Let me
True
big
speak.
hero,
flag on the back.
true
Let
I
hero
don't give
under
a fuck.
God, huh?
Yep. I don't give a fuck what no nigga say, nigga. Hey,
me speak.
So
I'm a
so
blue-blooded motherfucking American. You call me what the hell you want to call me, nigga.
hey,
Shit, I pay taxes, a lot of fucking taxes too. So
hey
I
bro,
don't give a shit.
man, I work with more conservatives than I work with Democrats. So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm always open to everybody's opinion. And most of the time they vote is just for like how the Rob said, it's just economics. So it's
Yeah.
like you know, I ain't tripping on anything. Just get out there and do it. And honestly, to be real, I don't even want to talk to you about what you're doing. Like, don't talk to me about who you vote for. Don't talk to me about nothing. Don't talk to me why you vote. Don't talk to me about nothing. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But it's
Do
like, you
what
know,
you
do I,
gonna do.
like I'm a human. Like, I care about real life. I care about 1, 2, and 3 more than I care about any president.
I heard a guy say this one time because he said, "You gonna get a whooping either way.
That's
Don't
a
you
fact.
want to vote for the nigga that's gonna give you the whooping?" I'm like, damn, that makes sense.
Yeah, you like, you know what? I'm gonna let my uncle whoop my ass. That nigga ain't hitting that hard.
I mean,
That's
and that's
hilarious.
That's
like I
crazy,
said.
huh? That's a crazy analogy, huh? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Me,
crazy.
hey,
That was
earlier
deep.
today, me and Trey had a conversation. Right? My bad. What that mean? Wrap it up.
No, that mean, nigga, that was poetry right there. I never heard that before.
Now I can't take credit for that because I heard niggas say it.
That's crazy. I never heard that. That's
But
hard.
would I want somebody to put that belt on me or put that switch on me?
I don't
I'm gonna
know,
take
man.
that belt.
Both of them hurt.
I'm gonna take that.
I'm gonna take that belt, nigga. That switch.
I done felt both of them joints.
Hey, that belt heavy, and your arm get tired after a while. That switch, that shit got zero resistance,
That shit
and them
light.
whips.
Boy,
Oh, they last way too long.
my dad gave me a whipping one of them belts one time. Nigga, I don't even want to wear belts now. I'm grown now. I don't
Hey,
even
that's
want to
because
see
Uncle
one.
West was
I'm
slanging
scared to
iron
walk
back in
down.
the days,
I'm
nigga.
scared to walk down the belt aisle, dog.
Mm-mm.
You
Uncle
know what
West
I'm
was slanging
saying?
iron back in the day. Yeah,
Pops
that
was coming like Pootie Tang Daddy, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
hand on that. Just
I'm looking around like he ain't here. Cool. Nigga, Haka, like, whoa, where he come
hey,
from?
but look at the state of the world.
The roof.
Look
Uh-huh.
at the state. Look at the state of the United States, and then base that off us three. Man, we
Yeah.
are the product of ass whoopings.
Yeah.
And no matter how hot headed we can be, or whatever the case may be, we still find a way to be diplomatic. And in being diplomatic, we can get through the most difficult situations because we know I have the ability to whoop your ass,
Mm.
but I'm gonna talk through it for your benefit.
Mm.
And that
Bro,
discipline come from getting them ass whoopings.
that's a fact. That's a
Yeah.
man, because
You know what, dog?
I mean, you have to have that kind of discipline, if you are working in corporate, and just be if you're trying to just get through without harming yourself even more in America. So it's
Yeah.
like we strong, you know what I mean?